Hi Felicia, this is my attempt to do a guitar lesson remotely. I've never done this before, so bear with me. A lot of this you'll probably know already, maybe all of it, I don't know, but let's give it a go. Chord shapes. You should know at least the ones I'm showing you now. It all comes with a little booklet, so you'll be able to read through it, okay? So you need to be able to play the C chord. So that's a C chord. You need to be able to play an F chord. You need to play a G chord, a D chord, an A chord. It's actually hard for me to play it like this. There we go. A, E chord. So an E minor chord. An A minor chord. And a D minor chord. I reckon with all those chords you can play 90% of stuff that there is to play. So that's that. Chords are made from scales, and I don't suggest that you learn scales at this stage, but you should know some things about them. I've put up a little diagram in the booklet with scales and numbers underneath, and it's those numbers that you need to be concerned with. Every scale you can number each note. So this is the scale of C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And that's a scale. I'll just run through it again one more time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in terms of progressions, which was what you were mostly interested in, progressions are based on those scales. And the most common one is this. I'll just play a little bit. Wild thing, you make my heart sing, you make everything groovy. Well, of course, that's, you know, just a 3-chord progression, which you'll have played before and you'll have certainly heard before. That's C, F and G. In terms of scales, it's actually 1, 4 and 5. So if you were to play that in a different key, like in the G scale, it would become, so it's G, C, D, C. Wild thing, you make my heart sing, you make everything groovy. Okay, I've dropped all my notes. Okay, where are we? So, and just one more, just for the sake of completeness. In the scale of A, exactly the same sequences. 1, 4, 5. It's A, D, E. So it's so that's the most basic of progressions, and you can play them in all kinds of combinations, but if those 3 chords go together, so the G, the C and the D, the A, the D and the E, the C, the F and the G. They all go together. And like I say, this little booklet, you'll be able to see them all drawn out like that. So let's take it to a slightly more complicated progression, also which you'll have heard, called the 1-6-4-5 progression. That's a chord based on the first note, which is C, if we're in the scale of C. First note would be C, then it would go to the sixth note, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is an A. In fact, it's an A minor. And then the next chord would be the fourth chord, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a hang on, I started in the wrong place. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is an F, and then the fifth, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a G. Okay, so the sequence would be so let's do a bit of Frank Zappa. What's the ugliest part of your body? What's the ugliest part of your body? Some say your nose, some say your toes, but I think it's your mind, I think it's your mind. So that's in the scale of C. That is the 1-6-4-5 progression. You'll have heard that loads of times. There's where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Whatever. I don't know all the songs, but the thing about these progressions is that you can just play bits of them. So you know you've got a set of 4 chords that you know go together. So you don't have to start on the C, you can start on the A minor. See? A minor, G, F, A minor, G, F, or whatever. Hang on, I'm just thinking. Be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. Too much confusion in my life, I can't get no release. All part of that progression. It's just missing out the C in that case. And if you wanted to change key, you could play that in a G, for example. So let's, what's the G, E minor, C and D. Because the first note of the G is, chord of the G is G. And then the second, the sixth rather, would be E minor. 4 would be the C. And the 5 would be the D. But the pattern is pretty much the same as the first sequence we just showed you. I just showed you rather. What's the ugliest part of your body? What's the ugliest, etc. And yet again, you can break those up into other patterns. So that would be. Hang on, I've got that wrong. Sorry, I'll start again. Must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. think I'm going to stop there. I know it's a bit patchy and messy, but this is just a rough sketch to be going on with. I'm going to stop now.